Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Force over here, and welcome back. Last time, the trial for Maximilian Galactica began, and while we have completely demolished, while we have taken care of Trilogy's statements, we now are about to give witness to the second witness involved in this crime, and that being Mo the Clown. And so now that's what we're going to be doing for this episode. So, without further ado, let's just get right straight into it. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Sweetie! Hey, Daniel Barry, how you doing tonight? Sweetie! You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my strange clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a... Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. She is in very high spirits, Maya is, I'm telling you. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2. Now that everyone is back in session, Miss Von Horma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. I'm in one. That's kind of... Something going on with my stream right now? I'm just making sure everything's all good here before I do anything. Alright, so in case you guys missed it, because I was busy trying to see what was going on with my stream, or Mo, I should say, blah, blah, blah. Mo just made a reference to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yep. I mean, if you don't believe me, you can always go back and you can see it for yourself. It really does. But anyway, name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign says no shirt, no shoes. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Bunch! That one! But a couple of guns who are up to no goods. Again, going back to making a reference to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Your name. Good evening, good sir. Good evening, Blue Hedgehog. How you doing tonight? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15. Hey, Malia! How you doing tonight? You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian without the humor, please. Doing good, how you doing? I'm doing pretty well, thank you for asking. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Witness testimony. What you witnessed. I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't even been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I can do is return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I figured to laugh at it. I'm a con who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Mo, I think you just went completely off topic on what we were talking about here. I'm just saying. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. Even Phoenix knows who she's referring to. Why we gotta treat Gumshoe to a clown like that? Come on, man. Come on, Von Karma, don't be like that. Come on. Why don't you listen to some of those jokes without using your whip, huh? Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with a testimony? Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want! Witness testimony. What you witnessed. For real this time. Why are you laughing when you say this? But alright, whatever. The night of the murder, after our practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this car to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Cross-examination. What you witnessed. Alright, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls! Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on the issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Cops don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump! Oh yeah, I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Oh, that's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah. What she said. Phoenix is just over here not wanting to get whipped by this woman. He is trying everything he can to avoid getting whipped, and so far, it's worked. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Pearls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. What was that sound? What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... I guess you could say... Mr. Pearls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make that joke? I guess that sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... That's when I saw the two silhouettes. You say you saw the ringmaster get conked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. It really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found in the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Oh, isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Let's take a look at our, let's take a look at the, the court record. So we have our attorney's badge and Magatama, which will not mean a damn thing throughout the rest of this case unless we have to use the Magatama. The crime photo is going to be important later, but not right now. So you have the silk hat, you have the ringmaster's papers, which won't be relevant for the time being. So you have the Max G promo poster. I don't think that's important right now, but it will be. Broken bottle is not going to be important right now. Service map won't mean anything. Money will not mean anything. That ring means nothing right now. At this point, everything doesn't matter except for what I believe would be... I believe it's supposed to be his silk hat. I'll go ahead and save. So that, because I always like to save in case something crazy happens. Especially during my live stream, but let's see what happens. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like the thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching him and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed, he says he looked out the window upon hearing the sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. And I decided to do a quick on you to withstand the person. I can't speak that fast, man, I can't. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns have probably escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick! These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, Oh, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. What is it with the prosecution always doing that in this game? Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. You know, her father has a net. No wonder why she does it. She gets it from her father. Oh, now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. You did not just say that in regard to a dead man. Really, Mo? You did not just... Tell me he did not just say that. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation. Stop! Stop with the dark jokes right now, man. I'm pretty sure not everybody watching this likes the dark jokes. Stop it! Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly! The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. Witness testimony. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there! His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Cross-examination. The silhouette. You're sure that's what you saw that night? Exactly what I said. I saw is exactly what I saw. I got eyes like a hawk! Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw! We can already say something here. I'm gonna go ahead and say real quick. Yeah, that one was that one was easily that one was already easy. Because it talks about the silk hat and the black cloak. Two problems. Number one, what about his white roses? And number two, does that color look anywhere black to you? Because what I'm seeing is a purple outside and a red interior. Nowhere is it black. Now I'm going to be thinking of the song Paint It Black now. I got the song Paint It Black in my head now. It's not even funny. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie on the pie? None of that. And he does that, okay. Silence, fool! You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Order! Order! Mo! You didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see what kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He is just toying with his court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilogy's testimony? There was no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trilogy saw them all. Trilogy saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Yeah? Now the question becomes who's telling the truth. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointers, but this... Judge! Forget the roses! Think about his other testimony! The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica! Nothing else matters! Let's wrap up this case now! I know I said that a little bit mixed up, but whatever, we're moving on. It's close enough. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to the conclusion I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick! This is your last chance! Witness testimony. The Silhouette Part 2. There is no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could figure it seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of battering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there is a contradiction with Mr. Girls' statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Now, let it be known, if you were to try to press the witness in this case, in this point right here, Von Karma will strike you with her whip and you will lose half of your bar. Okay? So bear that in mind. Now, we've got to try to find a contradiction. We cannot, in any way, shape, or form, mess this up. Are you ready? Cross-examination. The Silhouette Part 2. Oh. Well, that didn't work. So I had the right item. Alright. So I had the right item, but I used it on the wrong statement. So he was wearing it the entire time. But if you notice, it said he was found at the crime scene. So how could he have worn it the whole time he was there if it was found at the crime scene? This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. Crime scene. That means the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the court contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order! Order! Mr. Coles! Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's not right. That's so hard. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go in and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're so... Oh, I can always be younger than you. Ah! Yeah, he just had I think we could say he just had a mental breakdown. Right in front of the court. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls! Who do you think you are? I saw him, I swear I saw him! It was Max! Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat! I'm telling the truth! He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat! He was there! He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that!
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor!
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless! You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby! Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Oh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? Wrong button there. Look at the crime photo. What do we see in this photo? We can clearly see where the ringmaster's footprints are based on the fact that the footprints are behind him. But you don't see a second set of footprints. You only see those. So, wrong button.
Take that!
Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there! Ay, 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 ay! So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor! This witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is so rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said! Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. Do wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear! I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curl. Yes! The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Carman or Whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma! How could you? She has absolutely zero fucks to give. Let's be honest here. Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Witness testimony. The truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there are no footprints. Why people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? We could say what we want to say, but are we going to do that? You know, funnily enough, it doesn't even matter what we do. His eyes are playing tricks, he's telling the truth, this is all a dream, right? It's obvious that the witness's eyes are playing tricks on him. Don't be such a fool! Who in the world do you think I would mistake that jerk for? Jeez, I didn't say you were lying. Wow, he looks really serious right now. More serious than he's looked all day. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey, sweeties. What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow. You just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule. The cardinal rule. The only rule! I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's screen to reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea! Let's do our best and catch this sucker! To be continued. Yeah, my thing just stopped for a second there. That was actually a very quick episode, wasn't it? That was a very quick trial thing going on there, huh? Hmm. 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 Oh, I just noticed my hallway light was on, and I noticed a family member just got home. Hmm. They nearly timed that perfectly, you know that? They very much did. But anyway, I am gonna end it there. But before I end the stream, wait, did he really just end his stream already? Oh no, he didn't. Okay, alright. Alright, so I would like to do a raid for somebody that I haven't done a raid before. And Jesus cow, that is a lot of lag going on. I don't know if that's from him or me. But either way, we are gonna go ahead and raid Like I said, a good friend of mine that I have not rated before, especially in recent memory. Oh wow. Okay, Blue Hedgehog. Thank you. I was just about to do a raid if anybody wanted to do this real quick. So I was thinking of raiding Joe C. He is currently playing the game Helldivers 2. So if you want to partake in the raid, I'll drop the raid hashtag. It'll be hashtag Forest Raid. Um, yeah, just so we're all good there. All you have to do, you don't have to, uh, just do the hashtag. You only need to do it once. You don't need to do it don't do it more than once. For reasons that involve, he has a rule against spamming hashtags or anything else for that matter. So, just go in there, give him the hashtag, and, I'll go ahead and end the stream here. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, aka later tonight, because I'm probably gonna take a breather, and then I'll probably be reading a book that I should have finished during my vacation, but I never did. That being this book right here. But I'm gonna take about a 15-30 minute break, somewhere around there. It'll be between 12 to 12:15 that I'll go live with reading Loveless. But with that being said, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this is Forrest Walpole signing off.